I grew up with just my mom. And I think growing up with a mom, first of all, who was an immigrant, raised in India, she left her entire family in India. I can't imagine being 23 years old, getting on a boat with a guy you've known about a month, leaving everything you know behind. It's like, wow, that's courage, incredible courage. When you're an immigrant, first of all, you have to start from nothing. When my mom and my dad split up, very tough moment. When my brothers and sisters left, I became the man of the house at a very young age. I would have bill collectors calling and I would be fielding these phone calls. You know, the guys would say, all right, 2 days, we're gonna cut your phone off. So I'd be getting pennies out of the penny bank, going in taking pop bottles to get 3 cents for a small bottle and 5 cents for a big bottle. From then on, I worked every year of my life. I babysat, mowed lawns, picked up garbage. I did all kinds of things. I would say about age 13, 14, I started to go kind of sideways. I was the only sibling left at home. On the weekends, I would race cars. My mom didn't know this. Dropped out of school, kind of a juvenile delinquent. I disclosed to my mom what had happened and that I wanted to turn my life around. She sent me away, about 100 miles away, to a private Catholic school. I lived with a family for almost a year by myself. Then my mom eventually got a job as a line cook. She took less salary so she could be close to me. She had to pay to get a new apartment, lost our house that we owned. And that was probably the most difficult time in our lives. One day she came home and she looked very worried as she came in the door about 6 o'clock in the evening. And she said, we're out of money. And you know, I was doing my homework or something. And smart aleck kid, I go, well, what's new? Of course we're out of money. And she usually would spar with me about my comments, and she didn't say anything. She walked over to the refrigerator, a little refrigerator right off the living room, opened it up. And I can still see this in my mind. A little dim light in the refrigerator comes on. And she says, you don't understand, we don't have money, and I don't get paid for 2 weeks. We have no food. This is it. She said, we're gonna have to steal some potatoes. And she said, no, you know, I've never stolen anything in my life. She said, we're gonna borrow these. We're gonna pay them back when I get paid. And so she did. And we lived off potato soup, you know, for almost 2 weeks. She imparted great wisdom during that time. And she said, never forget this moment. You know, she was a person that always worked at a restaurant, was always around a lot of people, a lot of staff. She said, you know, and never forget your staff will go through hard times. And, you know, if you're there for them, they will always be there for you. I don't think at 16 years of age I realized the gravity of those statements and what she was saying. I do now. And I think that having been raised that way, this grit, this tenacity, this, you know, you can't keep me down spirit as an immigrant was profound. Confidence, integrity, passion. I have a real affinity for people who take that leap, people who are their word. No one's gonna stop me. I don't care what people say. That energy, that enthusiasm, that undying spirit. That have that confidence in themselves that I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make this happen. You know, the culture at Aegis is unique. Well, a lot of people in life are looking for the household name company or the big corner office, or they want to be able to say, this is my title. We tend to attract people that say, none of those things are really important to me anymore. What I want is a company that has incredible integrity, has my back, and this does something that's incredibly valuable for mankind. We can check all the boxes on that. You know, we're all in this big spinning ball for a very short period of time. And you want to have time where you love people and you enjoy people and you want to be around people that are going to help you advance and enrich your life and so on. I'm overwhelmingly grateful for the people that come to this company. I'm just grateful that they chose us. I'm grateful that they're passionate about caring for America's elderly in such a great way. I'm grateful for the fact that every day they lace up their boots and they come to work with enthusiasm and joy and an open mind. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your title is, what your balance sheet is, where you live, any of that. It matters that we're good to each other. It matters that we're humane to each other. It matters that we're civil with each other. That's it. That's all that matters. So if we can raise a company like that, we have a culture like that, if we can have a family like that, I could not be prouder of the work that we do and the people who do the work.